Thanks, guys.
Brad, what's the message to the players after that one?
Look, proud of the effort and proud of the way that we just kept fighting regardless of game state, and created a lot of opportunities. But we're just a little bit, we're not quite where we want to be. I mean, we know that. We know that we've got a lot of improvement in us as well, but, you know, we're putting ourselves in a position to compete against the good sides. And Sydney have been a great football club for a long time, so no surprise that they keep fighting and coming back when they're behind, and they'll always keep fighting, and that's the sort of team we aspire to be as well. So we're just, we know that we've got some work to do, but I think there's a hell of a lot of good signs for what we're producing at the moment.
What did you make of the last 2 minutes and how it unfolded?
Yeah, well, I mean, structurally it was okay. I mean, when the game's so tight, it's a bounce of the ball either way. So we were just a fraction off in the last Aaliyah goal. So, but yeah, I didn't think we did too much wrong.
Speaking of the skipper's game today, Brad.
Yeah, he was fantastic. I mean, obviously we had a different forward setup to the way that we played in the past, but he did a bit of everything today. He was always just super hard at the ball and at the contest, and I thought he set the scene for us forward, and to get that sort of return out of our forwards was really pleasing. The losing Kane Turner and right at the very start of the game, when we're probably a small forward short as it is, made it a real challenge to find goals other ways. But our marking forward certainly gave us great targets.
And another way to get them was a 4-goal haul from Magic Tour. That would have been encouraging as well. Yeah,
it was good. It was really good. I mean, Madge is developing as a footballer. I mean, he's been fantastic as a defender for us this year, but he it's not just his performance, it's the way he's evolved his game in all the fundamentals of AFL footy. He's improved in every aspect. And the biggest challenge for him is to be able to respond to the call to play as a multi-positional player. Whether it's ruck, whether it's forward, whether it's back. I mean, that's hard for the seasoned veterans and the superstars of the comp to be able to do all of that. And we're asking Madge to do that at the moment, and he's doing it really well.
This is the obvious question, but do you want to station him up forward now and persist with him permanently there, or what's the plan the next sort of 6 weeks?
Yeah, Jared Waite and Mason Wood will probably argue something different. But it's just great to know that we've got options and flexibility, and we got some. Ben Mackay's the other one who's going really well. So I think it all bodes well for the future, and we just can't. It's really easy to underestimate the impact that Robbie Tarrant, Scotty Thompson, Jared Waite have had, helping to develop our young key forwards and key backs. So I think Madge would be the first to say that all of those guys, Scotty and Taz back and Wadey forward, have really helped him.
How concerned are you about Ben Jacobs?
No, I'm not. No, it's because I see him day in, day out, and he looks good, and he's. It's a really hard one to explain because I'm a little bit miffed myself because he seems okay, and we're not playing games, picking him every week. I mean, it appears that he's right to go, but again, this is just something that doctors are a little bit nervous about, understandably, with anything that involves the sort of head and neck. But we have isolated it to a more of a neck problem than a head problem. So I don't know if one's better than the other, but it's frustrating for him, that's for sure. But footy's obviously really important, but the rest of your life's more important.
How much do you admire Magic Dawes' persistence and resilience and everything, Scotty? Like, I think everyone's had their go at him and criticised him, and it's probably tested his own faith. But, for a big part of today, he looked like, a match winner, At times, just for his whole journey, you must be very proud of him today.
Yeah, I've always been proud of him. He's a terrific person. He's, sometimes it's easy from the cheap seats, and he's not an inconspicuous person. He can't just blend in to the crowd. You look at just his sheer size and physique, and he's always going to garner a fair bit of attention. But he's he's a very down-to-earth guy who's worked really hard to create his opportunity. And I suppose the disappointing thing is I would have loved to have got him a little bit earlier. I would have loved to have had him playing AFL footy earlier in his life than he started. But he's been just fantastic, and we're really pleased for him. And now it's a good problem to have. Do we play him in the ruck, forward or back? Because right now he's played, I would say, very, very good footy in all those positions.
Would you actually put the swinging nature of the game down to, you're 2 goals up at quarter time, 2 goals down, 2 goals up?
Yeah, just a good game of footy. Yeah. Just people can judge us how they want to judge us, but I can only speak for. I'll speak about Sydney. They're a very good football team, and they're a great football club. So you always know what you're going to get, and hopefully opposition clubs are starting to have a fair understanding of what they're going to get against us as well. You always know that Sydney are going to fight back, and I was really pleased that we were able to fight back when we were down. So probably just all added up to a cracking game of footy.
What do you think of concussion sub, Scotty?
About bringing one in?
Yeah, sorry about the prospect of one. Yeah.
I think we should talk about it, but at the moment, I don't know that it's why not an injury sub as well? But giving the doctors 20 minutes to make that decision may help, but I think the players overall wouldn't like it because to sit there in case there's a concussion and not play at the VFL level or the second tier level to push your case for selection at AFL level the next week would frustrate a lot of players. And probably, you think back to the sub rule, which I think was universally hated by players, not far behind coaches. I don't know that it's absolutely necessary, and I'm saying that now, thinking it would have been pretty handy for us today.
This might be a silly question, but do you ever feel pressure as a coach to play a player, like if someone is borderline? Like, I don't know anything about how concussed Turner was today or anything, but I imagine that there is pressure on the whole football club to try and get a player back out there. Can you talk us through what goes through your head in that sort of situation? Yeah,
I can understand that people would think that there's pressure, but the conversation with our doctor today was, let me know when you know, and immediately came up the line, we're activate the 20 minutes. So that gives the doctors 20 minutes to do tests and to make a decision, and then I don't say another word until they say yes or no, because we're in very murky territory when a coach starts to put pressure on a doctor to make a decision. So I can only speak for myself, but I give them full leeway to do what they need to do. All I want eventually is a clear-cut decision, one way or the other, and then we get on with it.
Thanks.